challenges?
No, really, we're not expecting any challenges. Delegates have now arrived. As you know, that the conference facility could not accommodate the entire delegation, so others were all over the resorts around the area. Now they are being transported in, and we are also giving others their own packages who did not receive last night. So we are now ready to start. We're targeted to start at 9, but we realize we can only start at 10. So all disputes and appeals were cleared in our meeting with the National Appeals Committee yesterday, Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning. So as we speak, the National Appeals Committee took only a decision on one branch, of 98, that they will not qualify to be at conference. They have to rerun their meeting. So that was the only decision that was taken. So all branches are here. We expected 120 branches. So we do have 120 in the sense that what 98 delegates will now be given observer status. So we are all here. The verification report has been signed. Conference is ready to start. Today we expected to be addressed by the provincial chairperson of the ANC and Premier of Gauteng, Comrade David Makura. And after David Makura, then all other reports of the region will now be delivered by the convener of the region, Comrade Eunice Mprena, and myself, the regional secretary, will also be delivering organizational report and the finance report.
And you speak about some reruns that we're supposed to have and some disputes that were had, and you say that they've been resolved, but there is one branch, I think you mentioned, that will not be able to participate today. Are you fearful of any consequences or challenges to the proceeding of the conference today despite that?
No, there will be no challenges. We've already met with the delegates of the branch, explained. We've also shared the reports with them, so comrades do understand. However, they will rerun next week, Saturday or Sunday, or next weekend, in preparation for the provincial conference. So the comrades understood and accepted that indeed there was a problem with the outcomes of their branch general meeting.
We know that part of the delays of the conference was also the death of a former Johannesburg mayor, Mpumwirane. We know that he is the third member of the region to have died. Will that affect the conference in any way?
The financial report, which was supposed to be delivered by Comrade Mpo, we must say that Comrade Mpo, as the regional treasurer, had already prepared the financial report, and the date on the report is the 13th of May. So that tells you that he was way in preparation, because the conference should have said on the 13th of May. We do say he must rest in peace. His death, of course, has caught and shocked a number of comrades, as it wasn't expected. It happened a few weeks before we go to our conference.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Criselda, that was Dada Morero, who is the regional secretary, just speaking to us about some of the events that are expected to unfold, what we expect to happen today, and saying that despite the reruns of some branches, it is expected to take place without any interruptions.
Zoleka, the contenders, of course, between Dada Morero and Eunice Mprena for chairpersonship. Talk to us about these two contenders.
Yes, well, as you correctly mentioned, Dada Morero is the outgoing regional secretary. He is expected to contest Eunice Mprena, who is the deputy chairperson of the region, and they are expected to contest the regional chairpersonship position. We also have former regional spokesperson Sasabona Magwani, who is going to battle for the position of regional secretary against Justice Ngalonkulu. And so that is what we are expecting to unfold today. Those are the two positions. We know, as I said earlier in my crossing with Dada Morero, that Mpumwirane would have also contested the position of chairpersonship. Unfortunately, that did not happen, and so it is between himself and Eunice Mprena.
What role, Zoleka, does this region play in the run-up to the provincial conference, and ultimately the national conference of the ANC in December?
Well, Griselda, we know that there are a number of slates within the ANC. We are expecting that the provincial conference is supposed to take place after regional conferences have held their conferences. And during the conference between Dada Morero or Eunice Mgcina, we are expecting that each of them will be aligned to one of the contenders each in the provincial conference. Now, we know that it is said that Dada Morero is the regional secretary, and he is allegedly aligned to Lebogang Maile, and Eunice Mgcina being aligned then to Banyaza Lisufi, who both are contesting for the provincial chairpersonship position. But we also know that Johannesburg is, of course, the commercial hub, and so there are a number of decisions that are made here, and we know that during the local government elections, the three metros were taken and have not been governed by the ANC, instead coalition governments. And so we're expecting that in the election of these leaders and the election thereof of the provincial leaders, that they will influence the direction of the party going forward.